Welcome to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly podcast, your no-nonsense guide to the markets. Subscribe, join the community, and get ready to dive into real talk and real market insights. Let's get started.
I'm Stephen Kalayjian, and welcome to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. So we saw a very quiet day. We had some activity here. We had some big sell divergences on the NASDAQ, on the spiders, on the S&P futures. We had some really great patterns on HIMS after reversing to sell on the 60-minute time frame, some really great short patterns. Microsoft reversed to sell on the 30-minute time frame, and that was monster shorts there. Meta, great pattern on Meta. The 15-minute time frames on the deep oversold, set up the longs on the 30. Got the buy reversal on Meta. Meta just exploded at the end of the day. Traded all the way up to 179. Closed up about 1%. NVDA not acting well here. Avago down 4. Avago negative on the 30-minute time frame. The 15 correlated with the 30. I'll show you that pattern. Palantir, everything was in a very tight range here. The best patterns of the day, Coinbase, very strong off the 15, rallied about 3.5. MSTR at the end of the day rallied about 4 off the 15s. The Russell acted like death. Now this is on top of the fact that most of the stocks in the Russell 2000, Russell is more or less bank related. So again, I do believe if they cut interest rates a quarter point tomorrow, that's already priced in. There's an old adage: you sell the good news, right? Okay. Some big sell, big again. When the markets gapped up to this morning, I'm going to show you on the opening the highs of the day. The S&P futures faltered because the 15, the 30, and the 60-minute time frames were negative MACDs. So we sold the highs. Tesla up about 2.5%, 2.9%. Great buy reversals on the 30 and 60. I'm going to show you Tesla. When the 30s and 60s, the MACDs are above the pivot. The 30s and the 60s reverse to buy above the pivot line. You take the short. You got the pullback on the 15, and then the pullback on the 30. Great pattern. Gold up again here today, 37.30. Great pattern off the 30-minute time frame. Oil was up about 1.97%. Great patterns in oil off the 15, right around the 3 o'clock time period. Oil ran about 18 cents. Amazon up another 1%. Amazon, some really big sell divergences on Amazon off the 15s. But again, then we had Netflix, really practically unchanged here, very quiet. IBIT, Bitcoin, great patterns in Bitcoin. Great patterns in Bitcoin off the 15-minute time frames, really pushed up here. Bitcoin. So let me just start by showing you this here. I'm going to show you the S&P futures reverse to sell on the 15 to 30-minute time frame and on the 60-minute time frame here. Okay, so basically the spiders were bullish on the 15 to 30 and the 60. The S&Ps were bearish on the 15, 30, and 60. That's a true disconnect. And guess what? I went with the underlying ETFs, which were strong here. However, if you look here, if you can see on the opening here, I'll put this up on the 30-minute here. Okay, the 30, and here's the 15. When we got this push up here today, you can see at 10 o'clock, 661.78. The spiders were trading, and look at the drop here. Okay, 20 handles off the high. 20 points off the high, that's $2. Why? You can see the push up here, the non-confirmation. The MACDs did not confirm on the 30. The MACDs did not confirm on the 15. Okay, and the MACDs did not confirm on the 60-minute. You can see the MACDs negative blue over yellow. Very bearish. That's a negative divergence in a positive trend. All right. So again, like I said yesterday, if we do get a push up, I said it yesterday in my segment 2 of the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. Any rallies, I would look to short them. Okay. All right. Also, look at Tesla here. You can see Tesla reverses the buy on the 60-minute, reverses the buy on the 30-minute time frame right here. Okay. And again, you're getting overbought here into the negative MACDs. So what do you look to do? You take the short here on Tesla, 421, drops about 4, and then you get the oversold condition on the 15 and the 30-minute time frame. And you can see here Tesla 417.63 rallies about $6, $5.5, $6. These patterns are absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so if you bring up the 15-minute time frame in Tesla, okay, even when the 60 reverses to buy, you can see that the MACDs are above the pivot, MACDs negative above the pivot, overbought into the negative MACD on the 30, you take the short, and what do you look to do? You buy the pullback on the 15, and the 15s and the 30s lined up beautifully here. Again, the algorithms now are in buy mode on the 15, 30, and 60. You buy the first pullback, and look what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars. Look at that. Within my 8 bars, you can see that Tesla rallied about $5.75. Great pattern there. Let's look at Apple here today. Okay. Apple was bucking the trend here. Again, when you see the MACDs crossing from above the pivot here, you can see that this distance, this is a screaming short. Okay, I mean, this is just from experience. When you see the MACDs crossing positive, way above my pivot line, okay, and then it's a screaming short. We shorted Apple up here, okay, and Apple got absolutely kabooshed right into the bull flag here, dropped about $3 off the high, and then here, if you look at Apple on the 30-minute, you can see that the 30-minute time frame got somewhat oversold here. And then with the 15s, let me bring this up to the 15-minute, and you can see that Apple got oversold here. But again, Apple faltered right here around 315. Why? 359.59, getting overbought into these negative MACDs on the 15 and the 30. Again, these are sell divergences. Now, the 15 reversed to sell right here, which means that 85% of the highs are in for the day, that 341.22. So when you have the MACDs negative above the pivot on the 15 to 30, and the 15 gets overbought into that negative MACD, right? You look to short it. Okay, you can see it there. Now that's a sell. That's a sell divergence in a buy disconnect, which means the 15s reverse to sell, but the 30 and the 60-minute time frames are in buy mode. So a major short there. And again, at the end of the day, we got a big sell program that kicked in. NVIDIA acting like death today. NVIDIA, NVDA. Reverses to sell here on the 30-minute yesterday. Today's the 16th. Let's look at the 60-minute time frame right here. Okay. Here's the 60 reversing to sell right near the bell. But look at these negative MACDs and look at this overbought condition here. That was yesterday here. Let's look at today. NVIDIA, okay, now is in a complete negative trend. You can see here NVIDIA, once it reversed to sell on the 15, okay, it correlated with the 30, so you have now what's called a sell disconnect. The 15s and the 30s are in sell mode, and we look to short every bounce off the 5-minute time frames. Beautiful. Here's a short here at the end of the day. Here's another short off the overbought. Here's another short. Here's another short on the bear flags. Another short here. So again, that's how we do it. If the 15s reverse to sell, correlating with the 30s, you look to short on the smaller time frames, or eventually into the negative, or eventually on the 15 or 30-minute time frames. Okay. Again, if you look at the QQQs here, you can see the Qs here reversing to buy here on the 15s, right? You're pushed up here today. Ding, ding, ding. The MACDs cannot confirm, okay, on the 15-minute time frame. Look, 592.86. You blinked, it was down to $1.86. If you look at the 30-minute time frame as well on the Qs, this is why I said short the opening, 592. Did that MACD make a new high? Absolutely not. This MACD should be doing this, going up with the price action, and it didn't. Again, this is a sell divergence in a positive trend. So with that, I saw the sell divergences, okay, and that basically for me is going to tell me what? Look to short based upon the overbought, oversold conditions into the negative MACDs. And I'll tell you right now, it was really a great opening on the on the Qs and the spiders. Meta. Okay, so when Meta reverses to buy here after the 15 got deeply oversold, you can see Meta reversing to buy here on the 15. Okay, and basically you really didn't have any pullbacks here. The ADX is rising; it just went up, up, and away. If you did buy the double blue buy here, the double blue buy meaning that the 5-minute time frame correlated with the 30 and the 60. Now you can get a double blue buy, as I told you last night, if you have a trend, which is the 15 to 30 and 60 going in the same direction, or you get a buy disconnect. The 30s and the 60 were bullish, the 15 and the 60s are bullish. And so basically in this example, the 30 and the 60-minute time frames were in buy mode. And then you could have bought this nice pullback on the buy disconnect. And then when you got this push up here, you can see that the 15s reversed and Meta never looked back. Okay. All right. Bitcoin, another great one today. Bitcoin, really great patterns in Bitcoin. You can see here that the 15-minute time frame reverses to buy right here at 12 o'clock. Now it correlated, okay, with its 30-minute as well. Okay, so the 30-minute Bitcoin right here, you can see the 30-minute Bitcoin reverses to buy with the 15. What do you look to do? You look to buy the first pullback here on the 15-minute time frame. Look at that monster move on Bitcoin. Monster move on Bitcoin. Monster move. All right. What else here do we have here? Let's see here. HIMS, very weak today, especially on the 60-minute time frames, the 30 and the 60s. You can see here the 60s reversing to sell. And what do you look to do? You look to short the first bounce on the 15 right here. Here's a second bounce on the 15, 51.04. And HIMS, once the 60-minute time frame reverses to sell, that's it. Good night, Irene. Unbelievable. Let's look at Coinbase really quick here. Coinbase was another great one. Coinbase, very strong here. Pushes up here. And then you got this nice pullback on the 15, the 30 and 60-minute time frames. The problem with Coinbase today, okay, was on the opening when Coinbase pushed up on the 60-minute time frame. I actually shorted this around the 334.5. I didn't capture the whole way down. But when you see this push up here on the opening, and the MACDs could not confirm on the 60-minute, the MACDs could not confirm here on the 30-minute here, making new highs, monster short. And then obviously at the end of the day, it got the oversold condition on the 15 at 3 o'clock, and it ran about $3.50. MSTR starting to reverse here as well, with the 30-minute time frame reversing today around 10 o'clock. What do you look to do? Well, you buy the first pullback here on the 15. Here is 11 o'clock, and that rallied pretty nicely. And then the second pullback here at 3 o'clock, you can see 331.50, ran almost $4. This is the strategies I teach each and every day. And again, it's really about understanding the markets, the market direction, understanding the importance of the patterns, understanding, how to trade the patterns, understand how these, using my methodology, the 15 to 30 and the 60-minute time frame, and understanding all the 5 conditions in the 10 strategies. Okay, when I get back, I will tell you what I expect for tomorrow. So tomorrow we have, let me see, what do we have here, 8:30. We have the housing starts, building permits, and then 2 o'clock, you're going to have Powell cut interest rates a quarter point. Okay, I do think it's priced in already. I think you may get a pop and then drop. I do believe today my friend sent to me that there are the most gaps ever on this move up. All these gaps, I believe, will get filled. Okay, again, if it was me, I believe that that these gaps will get filled, and I would be looking to be in cash. I think you sell the rally. I think it's already priced in. And so basically what I'm looking to do, if we do get any push up tomorrow here with these negative MACDs on the 15, especially the 30 and the 60-minute time frames, I say let them have them. I am beyond bearish. I've been saying I've been bearish the last couple hundred points on the S&P, but I don't care. I do believe that there's better opportunities to be buying. I think people are too complacent. You have a 29 PE, and I do believe that something bad is going to happen. And I think that the cutting of the interest rates could be the beginning, because I think they're already priced in. Now, I could be wrong, but I do believe that these gaps will get filled, and there are many of them. My friend texted me today, and let me just see if I can pull it up really quick here. 12 unfilled gaps since April. Okay, so these gaps I do believe will get filled. Okay, whether they get filled in, there's no reason why we can't have this October, November, December, the market's getting cabooshed versus the market's rallying for the so-called Santa Claus rally. All right. When I get back, I want to share a message that should be really adhered to. Every night I teach the Tokyo session, Asian market session from 8 to 10, and I have a ball doing it. But I'm heartbroken because I hear just today at 3:15, I'm talking to someone who just called me and said, please help me. I blew up 75 prop firms evaluations. That's like me getting in the car at the Daytona 500, never practiced my entire life, and I'll crash around turn one, most likely, right? For me, I think the most important thing is that when people want to learn, you learn basically a methodology. You have a mentor. You're just gambling. All these other times you're just gambling. And I think that's the message for tonight in my wrap up here. And also it's going to be my message tonight regarding the my live stream tonight here as well. But again, one of the most important things is take a step back, learn from me, learn how to be able to beat the market, learn to be consistent, try to make it $300 to $500 a day, and you can link the accounts. But again, to go out there and for you to go and trade the market in such a way that you just don't know what you're doing, it's just take the money and throwing it up in the air. And the message should be clear. Take a step back, learn, okay, from someone with over 43 years of experience before you buy any of these prop firms. With that being said, thank you for joining me tonight on The Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. Please hit the subscribe button. Please, please, please leave a comment. Also, join me tonight on My Funded Futures YouTube. If you like to watch the Asian markets here, we only do gold, S&P, NASDAQ futures. Again, with a prop firm, there's no margin versus if you had a real account, the margins could be anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000, potentially in that ballpark on just one contract. So the futures markets on prop firms do not have margin. Also, if you'd like to follow me on social media, at official only Stephen Kalayjian on Instagram, X, TikTok, and YouTube. If you'd like to leave me a message or you want to text me, my cell phone number is 914-500-7484. Again, please join my community of traders from all around the world at sktrading.live. You get my live stream every day from 9 to 4, my member Discord, and my chart overlay, which is what I use every single day. With that being said, I'll see you tonight. Please join me from 8 to 10. Would you like to join my YouTube channel at Official Stephen Kalayjian on YouTube or My Funded Futures YouTube? You can go there. You can watch the stream free. Okay. With that being said, thank you again for tonight. God bless you. Enjoy your family and friends. And most of all, God bless the United States of America. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for tuning in to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly podcast, your no-nonsense guide to the markets. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe at sktrading.live. We'd love for you to rate, review, and join our community for more real talk and market insights. Until next time, keep trading and stay sharp.